Couples therapy doesn't need to be done on a weekly basis. Most couples see their therapist every single week or at least every other week. But to be effective, it really needs to be done intentionally. The best way to get the most out of couples therapy is to really talk to your therapist about what they recommend. I would say, just based on having seen several hundred couples, that anecdotally, most couples really want to get it done in a period of time. So if you can see your therapist every single week, that's ideal, just to kind of keep the momentum. Sometimes you can lose your steam if there's too much time in between sessions, but if you're really wanting to work on a specific issue, or you're really feeling disconnected, or there's been a recent betrayal, regardless of what you're coming in for, you can make the best use of it, even if it's spread out, if you intentionally do homework in between the sessions, or if you make the sessions, if they're more spread out, a little bit longer, and that can also help you to get the most. I really don't think couples therapy is very effective when you only have about an hour. Most Gottman Method couples therapists will see you for at least an hour and a half, if not more, because sometimes you look at the clock and you're just getting into the meat of whatever you're talking about, and it's just not enough time. For individual therapy, usually an hour is great, and you can get a lot done in an hour, but for most couples therapy, I think the duration of the actual session is more important than the frequency. So again, on average, most couples will meet with us every single week, and the duration of therapy is on average 10, 12 sessions for most couples, but it really varies. For premarital couples or couples that are considering having a child together or getting married, it might be a little bit less time. Sometimes I'll see a premarital couple for just 6 sessions, and they just really want to learn how to create a healthy relationship, and it's more educational. But for couples who have had a lot of trauma in their history, or they're really working through some long-standing issues, it can take much longer than 10 to 12 sessions. So our goal as a Gottman Method couples therapist is really to put ourselves out of a job. We really try to focus on creating connection, but also good enough, and doing what works, and getting you as a couple to a good place in a way that you can have these sorts of conversations that you're having in the couples therapy office outside of here at home. So eventually, maybe after week to week, most couples will start to see me a little bit more spaced out. So maybe they were meeting with me every week for a month or two, and then as they've really worked through some issues and they've learned a lot of skills and they're starting to feel more connected, they might meet with me once every month, or once every 6 months, or once a year for a tune-up, and then they come back in and we do, kind of a check-in to see what's been working, what hasn't. But the goal in Gottman Method couples therapy is for you to not become really dependent on your therapist. I think sometimes a lot of forms of couples therapy can build an unhealthy dependence, where you are only able to have a magical, deep conversation inside of a couples therapist office. And our goal is to really make it work outside of the therapy office. It would be nice to know that we help couples as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, so that they can get back to their lives and not have to spend much more time and money investing in something like couples therapy, because they're confident that they now have the skills to have a really healthy relationship outside of the therapist's office.